Hey you, welcome back to class. Are you ready to create something? Let's turn fabric into fashion. Grab your scissors and let's get started. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new upload.
Okay, so we're cutting the sleeve, or rather we'll be marking the sleeve first before we cut it. So for this now, the length of sleeve is 23. We'll be removing 3 inches for the band of the sleeve. Then we'll be marking 20, just like what we have here. So we want to remove 3 inches for the band of the sleeve. So instead of using the whole sleeve length, we're removing 3 inches from 23, so we have 20. Okay, so we have 20, connecting it to give us a straight line. Now we're also going to mark the shoulder to elbow. Okay, so a shoulder to elbow is 12, which is here. So I'm marking it. I'm starting the measurement from the border line. Okay, there's like, this is like the edge of the fabric, so I'm starting the measurement from the border line. So I'm marking 12, which is our shoulder to elbow measurement. Then we'll mark 6, okay, which is our shoulder to under armhole measurement. So now what we have next, we'll be imputing the round sleeve horizontally, okay, on these lines. So the round sleeve of our upper arm, the round sleeve of our elbow, and the round sleeve of our wrist. So the round sleeve of our upper arm is 13 divided by 2. For sleeves you divide by 2, you don't divide by 4. So 13 divided by 2 is 6.5, and you add your 1.5 inches allowance. Then for the elbow, our elbow is 11, so this is 11. Then we add our 1.5 inch allowance. Our wrist is 8, so that's divided by 2 is 4. Then we add 1.5 inch allowance. If you connect those points together, the sleeve will be looking somewhat like this. You would have something like this now on your sleeve. Okay, so you have something like this on your sleeve. Now you want to come down by 4 inches. Okay, this is for the upper cap. Now from the top you go in by 2, come down by 1, then you connect those points, then you have your upper cap. Okay, now you can cut, you can add 1 inches extra to the length of the sleeve. Because of joining allowance, you'll be joining the down parts to the band, and you also be joining the up parts to the top or shirt or whatever it is. Okay, so just follow exactly as I've described, and you will have yourself a very simple sleeve. So this is what we have, and you notch this part. Okay, so this is your perfect sleeve. Now you're going to go ahead to cut the the band. The band. So now you're folding into 4 again as well. Yeah, folding into 4 as well. So this is first into 2, then now we fold again into 4. Okay. Okay, so what we want to achieve, we don't want like an open edge, we want a closed edge. So you fold this way again. So now we'll be folding, we'll be cutting out 3.5 inches. Remember we took out 3 inches, but then we'll be cutting out 3.5. The half inches will be for your joining allowance. Okay. So now you notch this part, then you take your wrist measurement. So our wrist is 4, like we measured before, 4. We're going to add 1 inch extra to it. Okay, so depending on how you want it, if you want it shaped in, you can go in this way. If you want it straight, but we're going for something straight. You can also add more than 1 inch if you want it to not be so fitted. So let's just take it as 1.5 inches, so it's not too tight on the wrists. And then you'll be sewing 1/2 inch, so what you have left will be about 5 inches. Okay, so what you're going to be doing is you're going to be covering this with your paper stay or your interface, whatever interface you're using, stay, paper stay, whatever works for you. We'll be using a soft paper stay. Okay, I just want to cover this up completely. Okay, so separating it, you have it looking like this on fold. Okay, so this is how it looks now. Just trimming off the excess paper stay on it. Now you need to cut a strip of about 6 inches or more. So let's do okay, this works. So what we have here is about 11.5 inches. Okay, so we can do this and we can cut it to be 1.2. okay, so we're just going to use 1.2. I'm dividing it into 2, so one will be for one sleeve. So this is what we use to turn the side slits on the sleeve. So bringing back the sleeve, which we have just like I showed you before, this is our under armhole. this is the elbow, and then this is the length of the sleeve minus 3 inches plus 1. Okay, so we're going to create a slit on it. Let me turn it this way. We're going to create a slit on it, the side slit. And what you just want to do is you're making sure that this is not separate. Okay, you're not folding them separately. Okay, you're not doing it this way and this way. No, they should be inside each other like this. Okay, so now that they are inside each other, you want to cut the slit on the side. So coming from the joining side, not from the sewed side, from the open side, you go in by 2.5, then you go up by 3 inches. Okay, so this is what you have. You go in by 2.5, go up by 3 inches. So you just create the slit. You're cutting 2, not 4, please. Just cut 2. So you just want to create like something like a small V there, just a small V. Okay, like this. You can see the V, just a small V, so it can open when you are sewing. So these are the parts you need for your sleeve. Okay, the 2 stripes and then this. So we'll go to sewing. Okay, so we'll be using the stripe to first turn the slit area. Okay, you're sewing 1/4 inch. Cutting off the excess just like so, and now I'm going to notch the same V spot. Okay, and then you want to turn and sew. Out the excess, cutting out the excess. What you have should look like this. Now what you want to do is fold this way and create a dot. Okay, create a dot this way. This is what it should look like. Okay, Now you seal your sleeve by 1/2 inch. So after sealing, this is what it looks like. You're having this area. This side that's close to the joining will stay plain. This side that's not close to the joining will have to be turned this way to overlap this way to have a covering, okay, like this. Then on this same side is where you put your pleats. Okay, so let's just go ahead and fix that into our placket. So when we're cutting our placket, remember we added extra, so we're just going to cut it off now. I remember our wrist was 8, so we're going to use 4.5 now. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and use 4.5. So we're adding 1/2 inch, then we'll be sewing that, just cutting out the extra. We'll be sewing 1/2 inch from this current measurement. Just trim off the excess as well, so that it's not so bulky when you flip it. Okay, the other way around. You can use your pins to bring out the edge so it can be more pointed, so you have it looking like this. Now you just go ahead to sew the sleeve. Okay, so we're sewing the sleeve, we're starting from the back. Okay, we're sewing the back. Like I said, the back will be straight, but this side, the back that is joined close to the joining will be straight, but the side that is not close to the joining will be flipped. Okay, so let's sew. I was sewing 1/2 inch because we added 1/2 inch allowance. Okay, so you see the extra, you're going to flip. You flip here, you flip here. Okay, so it's not going to be straight, to be folded this way. You place it at the edge of the band, and then you want to create your pleats with the excess. Okay, so this is now what it looks like. We're not done yet, but this is what it looks like. So you see the flip I was referring to, you can now place it on top. So we're just going to go ahead and seal. since it has been ironed, it's easier. You can just rest it or use your pins as well. Okay, you can go ahead and use your pins as well. Then this is the final look. Can you see what it looks like now? So this is the final outcome. So you can go to your iron board and press. You can go ahead and put your button hole. Button hole is on the parts with the pleats, and your buttons is on the parts that's close to the joining. Okay, now we just go ahead and fix it to our shirts. So let's iron the shirt. So as you can see, this is the outcome from ironing the shirts. Okay, so we have two parts now. Okay, so this goes to one part of the sleeve, your shirt, and this goes to the other part. Now remember, the slit is at the back arm, so what you want to do is flip this way. So this goes to this side of your sleeve, your shirt, and this goes to this side of your shirt. Okay, so leaving the slits at the back, you pick up your shirts. This is your shirt. You are fixing this sleeve to this side, and you're fixing this sleeve to this side. So let's go ahead and fix our sleeves. Sleeve now. By half an inch. Okay, so we have two sleeves. Okay, we have two sleeves. Stop it. Ensure your sewing lines are aligning and joined by half an inch. Okay.
That's it for today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and sew with love. Till next time. Bye.